Hello everybody, I'm DragonTamerArt and welcome to today's Speed Paint. Today is Monster March Day 15 and the theme is Gorgon. Today it will be another character from my story, the half-Gorgon Midissa. She's the daughter of Medusa and plays a major role in the world I've made after the events of the main story. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Here's the model I'll be using. In this world, Gorgons have the lower body of a snake, but being that Midissa is only half Gorgon, she has some human traits like legs, hair, and skin in place of scales. Gorgons are very skilled at using earth magic. Some even have the rare ability to turn others to stone. But this ability depletes the user's magic and can take hours for it to replenish. There are special cases, however. If a Gorgon has a child with a human, that child will turn anyone that is not a Gorgon to stone simply by making eye contact. They have no control over this ability, and the only way to stop it was for them to wear a mask that covered their eyes. They were treated as slaves and used as weapons by the Gorgons. Midissa is a kind and gentle soul, but lives in constant fear of accidentally turning those she cares about into stone. Her mother once held an empire that covered the mainland. The Gorgons had enslaved most of the races of Glencina until those slaves rebelled. They were led by a human named Jason, who would later be known as King Jason the Liberator. During this final battle, Medusa was beheaded by King Jason, and the peoples were freed. This did not kill Medusa though. Powerful Gorgons like her can heal from any injury as long as their heart is intact. But this takes a long time. For Medusa, it was 1,000 years. After she awoke, she made plans to retake her empire. Hidden away on a remote island, she had Midissa and raised her to fear the other races. She had even made her turn her own father to stone after he tried to flee away with her. This only made Midissa fear her powers, though. One day, a descendant of Jason, the young Prince Miguel, arrived on their island alongside the daughter of the Spider Queen Silkia. They were traveling to document and understand the other races of Glencina in hopes of fostering better relations. When they had heard rumors of Gorgons living on the island, they were eager to investigate because at this point, Gorgons had not been seen for centuries. Midissa told them to leave the island in fear of what her mother would do to them. She also decided to stow away on their boat in hopes of joining them. As they traveled, they came to the City of Stone, former Gorgon capital and current home to the gargoyles. The gargoyles were in great fear to learn that Medusa was still alive. During her rule, she controlled their minds with the obsidian crown, and developed a curse that prevented gargoyles from ever harming her. They begged the group to slay Medusa, but Midissa could not bring herself to kill her own mother, even when the gargoyles had promised to remove the power that turned people to stone. It was only after when she learned what happened to the other hybrids did she agree to confront her mother, but not to kill her. The gargoyles gave the group an amulet to protect them from Medusa's power, and they set off. On their travels, Midissa began to feel great guilt over what her people did. Not even Miguel could comfort her, despite the two now beginning to develop feelings for each other. It was not until they met the last Minotaur was she able to let go of her guilt. His people suffered the most under the Gorgons, yet he did not blame her. He told her she was responsible for her people's future, not the sins of their past. Eventually, the group confronted Medusa in battle. During this time, Medusa was able to remove Midissa's mask, and in a split-second accident, Miguel was turned to stone. Midissa's heart was broken, but as she cried for her lost love, the amulet began to glow, and the earth magic inside freed Miguel. This gave Midissa the courage she needed to truly face her mother. Her power increased to the point where even plants were turning to stone. She was able to overpower her mother and turn her to stone. With Medusa defeated, the gargoyles sealed away Midissa's power to turn people to stone, and she was finally freed from her curse. As a side note, this is the first time I've ever painted a character from this perspective or as a reflection. So tell me what you think, and if there's any way I can do it better, let me know. The fish in the river was accidentally turned to stone by Midissa, and the snake is a scarlet king snake, otherwise known as a corn snake. They have a very similar pattern to the venomous coral snake and are often mistaken for this dangerous snake, much like how many people fear Midissa despite her kind nature. And with that, we have Midissa, the half-Gorgon daughter of Medusa. This was just a short summary of her story. If I went over the whole thing, we would have been here for hours. But tell me what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and remember, never stop improving.